On behalf of the United States Navy Memorial, it's my pleasure and my honor to present the 2007 Lone Sailor Award to Stan Musial.
Accepting the award on behalf of Stan Musial is celebrated journalist and founder of the Stan Musial Society, Frank Mankiewicz, and Baseball Hall of Famer St. Louis Cardinal Lou Brock.
Well, I never thought I'd be at a crowd like this with Lou Brock to honor Stan Musial. It's quite a thrill. Stan and I began our baseball careers in the same year. I was on the freshman team at UCLA, and he was with the St. Louis Cardinals. That was his first year and my last. But I have certainly followed his career with interest and honoring him all the way. I was happy to hear what Ike Skelton had to say and the numbers of his career, and they were most impressive, and I'm sure Lou Brock can add to them. He seemed to exemplify, I think, for all of us in a certain generation, just what a ball player ought to be. He led the league an enormous number of times in batting, in runs batted in, a couple of times in home runs, MVP, and as soon as he was eligible, of course, he's a unanimous selection for the Hall of Fame. I am a lifelong Democrat, and Victor Gold, who was as lifelong, maybe a little more actually, a Republican, he and I decided about 20 years ago to start a St. Louis Cardinal fan club in Washington. We named it, of course, the Stan Musial Society. And we thought we might have 9 or 10 ardent fans who would meet with us once a year or so and have lunch and enjoy ourselves. Now we have 350 members, and we meet twice a year, and often we've been graced by Stan's presence himself. He comes and he plays the harmonica and tells some stories, and it's a wonderful afternoon. Lou and I are here, of course, in his stead today because Stan is unable to get here from St. Louis. I'm reminded of a story that is told about another great hitter named Lefty O'Doul, who was a technical advisor on baseball to my father when he wrote a movie called The Pride of the Yankees about Lou Gehrig. And O'Doul on the set would always be asked questions by the cameramen and the electricians and the others. And one day somebody said to him, "Lefty, who in your opinion is the greatest hitter that you ever saw?" And O'Doul said, "Oh, no question of it, Cobb, Ty Cobb." And the man said, "Well, what do you think Cobb would hit today with the lively ball and all the advantages for the pitcher?" And O'Doul thought for a moment, and he said, "Well, I'd say around 270. And the cameraman said, 270? He said his lifetime average was over 340. And O'Doul said, "Well, I know," he said, "but the man's 76 years old." Well, I have no doubt that Stan Musial is the best hitter I ever saw, and I think he'd probably hit, I don't know, maybe 310 today. He's 87 years old, and we all wish him well, and it is a great honor to be representing him. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to represent Stan the Man Musial as well. I bring you a greeting from Stan the Man in St. Louis. He's 87 years old. He played during an era whereby you had lunch every day before a ball game. And I want you to know, even today, he has staked out 5 days a week where he goes to eat. I make the mistake once in a while of calling over to his office and ask for Stan the Man around 11:30, and his secretary informs me that you know where he is. So sometimes we never get over things that we have come to know. Stan the Man certainly send you a greeting. I am proud to represent him here tonight. I am one of the players that Stan retired. I got traded from the Chicago Cubs to St. Louis, and I was told, point blank, you're the guy who has to replace Stan Musial. And I want you to know I took my marbles up, folks, and went home. Because nobody replaced the Stan Musial. But although I lasted out there some 17 years, and Stan, it's nice to be here to talk about him because you don't have to make up any stories about Stan the Man. Humble person, compassion, love people, had the ability to always do the right thing at the right time. And I'm sure if he was here, he would pull out his harmonica and play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Because he didn't give me one, I'm not going to try it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us to accept the award on behalf of Stan the Man Musial. Thank you.